Careful. I don't know if you guys, any of you out there can tell. This is a Mustang. Foxbody flavored Mustang. And she's not got an engine in her, you know. She had a 302. She was a good 302. The 302's gone now. Some of you may be smarter than others. That's not a Ford transmission either. We got a 5.3 and a 4L60. That may change. We got a 5.3, you know, and a little bit of a clearancing there for a turbine. We got some clearancing here for a turbo and a tubular subframe, son. Okay, but this is an 89 Mustang. 1989, by the way, not 1889. It's a 1989 5.0. It's got the perfect amount of patina. See how she fades to black? Right underneath that line. She just fades. See that line? That line saved the paint. Don't ask me how, but it saved it. Okay. But we're gonna put a junkyard 5.3 with a turbo. I don't know why I'm doing a Canadian accent. We're gonna do a check this shit out. Yes, sir. We're gonna put a junkyard 5.3 with a turbo in this. And we're just gonna have some fun. So, what we're gonna be doing today, today, we're trying to set the motor in. I've already had the motor in, so it's not like that big of a deal to put it in. But I need to set the motor in, and then I need to figure out. I have a current performance LS swap harness for this, and don't look at this. Okay, this gonna go right here and cover these two holes, son. All right, it's gonna cover them two holes right there, son. I'm thinking I'm gonna weld it. I was gonna bolt it, riv nut it, but I think I'm gonna weld it. Fuck it, it's a firewall, you know, in case there is a happenstance in this area, there's less likely fire gonna get through a weld. You know, depending on who welded it. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld this in right there, weld it in, and then I'm going to set the engine in. God bless. I'll go show you the engine right now. Careful. This is the engine that's going in that Mustang. That, you know, iron block 5.3, Gen 3, no DOD. So the rods are a little bit weaker. But you know, it was a junkyard. It was free. Now it was free for me. I'm not saying it's going to be free for anybody else. It's free for me. But I got some ICT billet bracketries because I had to remove. Well, I flipped the headers. The headers are just flipped. We're doing this as cheap as possible, so I just flipped the headers, and then when you do that on the stock truck brackets, it just doesn't agree. So you have to get some different brackets or modify them. I got some ICT billet ones, but also have to get a different oil pan. Well, this is the different oil pan, but if you put a stock 5.3 in one of those Mustangs, the oil pan will stick out like a truck pan, which I don't know if this one's gonna be right either, but it's supposed to be. But the truck pans stick out, you know, down there, you know. You'll smack her on the curb and maybe you're getting oil on the ground, you know. But it's got a different oil pan, a 4th gen Camaro oil pan. And then I welded a bung from Motion Raceworks. A dash 10 AN dash, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Bung for a turbo return. It's welded on the back, so don't worry. It doesn't look like it is. I swear it is. That's pretty much it on this. I did chase in, of course, it's an LS, so some of the, oh, brother! Some of the, can we go out? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, it's an LS, so some of the manifold bolts broke. I had to weld them. So I just took a tap, chased all the threads, so they're all good. If you guys ever doing this, anything with an LS, if you're putting headers on it, or I don't know, I mean, you know, anything. O'Reilly's sells bolts. You don't have to order them online. These are it, I swear to God. My O'Reilly's had them in stock. I don't know if yours will, but this is something that I would normally order. Can I get this out of the package? Motherfucker! Are you shitting me? Okay. See, you know, you don't have to order them. You don't even have to order them, guys. Look at that. You know, look at that. You don't gotta wait. Just go to O'Reilly's, you know, get that shit done today. All right. This is the hot side for it. It's homemade. It's homemade. But it'll move air. Hopefully. It'll move air from there to there. And that's all we need. Like I said, this is... So, I'm officially naming this... I don't know exactly the official name. Making a Foxbody as fast as possible, for as cheap as possible, as quickly as possible, you know. So we're gonna be cutting some corners. We have a Stalker series, like Current Performance wiring harness, LS swap harness, and a pedal. Keep in mind, if you put an LS, a drive-by-wire LS, in a vehicle that doesn't have a drive-by-wire LS, you're going to need a pedal to drive the wire. You know? You're going to need the pedal to drive the wire, dude. And keep in mind also, like I said, this is Gen 3. There is no DODage. Gen 3, Gen 3s. Yeah, you can see there's no VBT either, I don't think. Gen 3s have a different pedal from a Gen 4. And I think that there's a few different Gen 4 pedals. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to go weld that panel to pass the harness through. And then we're going to set... Oh, yeah. We're going to set old Betsy down in there. See what she's made. So, we got her all ready. I mean, guys, like I said, put that in there. We're going to be using the old Hobart handler. She's called the Handler 140. I'll give you a hint why. Because she's going to handle it just fine, you know. Now, the settings for this are going to be all the way, okay? Everything all the way, okay? That's what the setting is. But I got the old, you know, I'm gonna stick that on there. Hopefully not catch the inside on fire. We'll find out. We'll find out. I should probably get a fire extinguisher. Another thing is I may have to probably gonna end up draping this leather blanket over me in the weld, you know. Keep the old drafts from coming in a wee bit. But let me get this welded. I'm gonna give you guys a welder POV. I'm gonna set this directly on this weld. That's a POV you guys are gonna. You see this? Nobody's getting, oh God, nobody's getting you shots like this, dude. You ever get a shot from on top of a welder, dude? I didn't think so, dude. Nobody else is doing welder POV. Oh yeah, right there. Oh yeah. We're gonna take this time, okay? We're gonna learn a lesson, alright? I almost burnt that down. You know, most of the time you weld on something, you're like, it may catch on fire, but, you know, it never does. Sometimes it'll catch on fire and you just, it goes right out. This time it did not go right out, okay? Damn near had to run a marathon to get a fire extinguisher. Now, if anybody watches this, and you're thinking about putting in the comments, what a idiot. I know, okay? I know. I should have had some, I should have been more prepared, okay? I wasn't. But guess what? It's not on fire anymore. Well, I guess let's go take a look at the carnage. I had to run, guys. Oh, whoa. Whoa, what are we doing here? What's going on? Guys, I had to run plumb from that door. I had to run plumb from that door around to over there. That's where the fire extinguisher. See, there's one right there. Well, there was another one. I had to go over there. I cut across. I ate right there, guys. I wish I got that on video. Your boy fell. Are there footprints? Oh, there is. There's footprints. You can see where I was wallowing around. Let's go take a look at the carnage. But, guys, I got good news. Fire extinguishers put out fires pretty well. See? It's the real MVP right there. How's it going, blood? Boom! Yes, sir. He started this. It was his fault. It wasn't even mine. I didn't do anything. It was John Hobart. Dr. John Hobart. That was going very horribly to begin with. I'm not gonna lie. It smells like Taco Bell. Oh, man. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see a large amount of water in that seat. I was trying to, like in the 1800s, dude. Do that. It didn't do. So I had to get the big dog out, and hey, the big dog took care of it, okay? Woo, buddy. It smells horrible in there. I don't think I can use that anymore. Because I'm pretty sure I put fire extinguisher dust inside. Okay. That's all the welding we're going to do for today. No more welding. That was not fun anyway. I swear I know how to weld, okay, guys? I swear I do. Talk about a firewall. Okay. I'm gonna put all this up. I'm throwing that motor in here. I'm leaving. It's Sunday. Okay, guys, this is an important lesson in not only putting engines in, but structural engineering. This is a class for all trades. Do you see what's going on in here? Boop. So that's not going to work. You know. Now, where the structural engineering... Don't look at the welds. The welds have nothing to do with it. Do you see that right there, son? Yeah, she's an angle. I want to see it bend this. Wow, I didn't know that was going to happen. Okay, she's a little heavier. She's a little heavier than EJ. She's a tad bit heavier than the old EJ25.